Hey guys, hi. Welcome to the Coder Forest YouTube channel. I am your friend Pankaj, and today in this topic we will learn component and props in React. So let's go. But guys, before diving into the practical, just subscribe this channel to get the latest notification of React tutorial and like this video so that this video will reach more and more students. So what is the component in React? First we have to understand what is the component in React. So component is the core building blocks of React application. So what it is? It is the core building blocks of React application. So just remember that it is the core building blocks. Okay. After this we will dive into the practical. Okay. So just remember that the component is the core building blocks of React application. Okay, and the component lets you split the UI into independent reusable pieces. Okay, so just remember that the component let you split the UI into independent reusable pieces. Okay, and think about each piece in isolation. So suppose consider this is the website page. Okay, now this one is the component 1, this one is the component 2, this one is the component 3, this one is the component 4, this one is component 5, and this one is component 6. Now using all these component we made this web page. Okay, so these are the component. Using component we build the page. Okay, so you can see using 6 component we have built this web page. Okay, and just remember in the second point we learn that the component let you split the UI into independent reusable pieces. Okay, so can you see the component 2, component 2, component 2 and component 2 are reused here. Okay, so that component let you the split UI into independent component. These are the independent component, component 1, component 2, component 3, component 4, and component 5 and component 6. These are the independent component, and we reuse the component 2. Component 2 here, component 2 also is here, here and here. We repeated it 4 times. Okay, so this was all about component in React. Okay, now let's go into the practical. Let's go to the coding. Okay guys, let me just make this screen little broad so that you will see properly here. So in the component folder we will make a small component. So I will go here and make new file and I will name it welcome.js. Okay, and I will make little component here, function welcome. Okay, and we have to export default welcome. We have to export this function because we will import somewhere this function. Okay, this welcome function we will import somewhere, that's why we have to export this function. Okay, so it will return what it will return, let's say h1, and we will say welcome. Okay, and here we will take a small paragraph and say, hey, thanks for visiting Coder Forest YouTube channel. Okay, now we have built this welcome function. Okay, so we have built a welcome component here. Okay, and we have also export it. Okay, now we will call it somewhere. Okay, so I will go in the app.js file. Okay, and I will call here welcome. Okay, I call the welcome component. Can you see welcome component here? Okay, and I call this welcome component in the app.js. Okay, and you can see the welcome component is imported here. Okay, you can see the welcome component is imported from component welcome. Okay, from component directory. Okay, and the file is welcome.js. This one is the welcome.js. Okay, now we will go and run this program. Okay, I will go to terminal and run it, npm start. Okay, enter. So it will run our program. Actually it is already running on port 3000, so we will directly open the port 3000, means localhost 3000. So you can see welcome, hey, thanks for visiting Coder Forest YouTube channel. Okay, so guys, this is our output. Okay, so this one is the component. Okay, now I will again copy it, again reuse it, again reuse it, and again reuse it. Okay, now you can see I got it 4 times, the welcome component. So I think you have understood what is component now. Now we will see props in React. Okay, so what is props in React? Okay, first we will understand in theory. Okay, so props stands for properties. Okay, props stand for properties. Okay, just remember that props stands for properties. It is an object which stores the value of attribute. What it is? It is an object which stores the value of attributes of a tag and works similar to the HTML attribute. For example, suppose this is the image tag and it has 2 attributes, src and alt attribute. Okay, and its value is here. This is the path of image and this is the alt text. Okay, so what is prop? It is an object which stores the value of attribute. So this is the value of attribute. Okay, this is attribute and this its value. So it stores the value of attribute. Now it gives the same way to pass the data from one component to another component. We can also pass data from one component to another component. Okay, so it gives the way to pass the data from one component to another component. So props also gives the way to pass data from one component to another component. It is similar to function argument. Okay, just remember that it is similar to function argument. Props are passed to the component in the same way as argument pass in a function. Okay, so we can pass the props to the component in the same way as we pass the argument in the function. Understood? So this was the theory, but we will see in practical. Just remember that it is an object we store the value of attribute. So props is the object, okay, which stores the value of attribute. So let's dive into the practical. Now I am removing these 3 component. Okay, now you can see we have only one component remain here. Okay, so now I will create the attribute here. Suppose I create attribute name here and gives it Rahul. Okay, I have create attribute name here and the value is Rahul. So in the welcome, so in the welcome component I will give props here. Okay, the properties are, okay, so I will call the attribute value in the welcome component. Okay, so props dot name, because we have create attribute name here, so we will access using props dot name, so we will accessing this name attribute. Okay, I will save it. Now you can see here the attribute is working. Okay, welcome Rahul. Okay, now what I will do, I will copy this component, again write it, and will change the name like Jadeja. Jadeja is a cricket player. Okay, I will save it. Now you can see welcome Jadeja. Okay, now again we will copy and again we'll change the name MS Dhoni. Okay, now you can see welcome MS Dhoni. Okay, we can also add the color here, so I am adding the color. Okay, so I am adding the color attribute, so I am giving color here red. Okay, but we have to access it in the welcome component. Okay, so we will give the color to the heading, so I am writing style here like we write style in HTML. Okay, and give color equal to props dot color. Okay, and save it. Now you can see this component heading became red, you can see here. Okay, because we have only passed color attribute to this component. Okay, so and we didn't pass color attribute to this component, and suppose we will add color here. Suppose I pass color green. Now you can see the second component heading become green, right? Now suppose I pass here color is equal to orange. Okay, and save it. Now you can see this component heading color become orange. Okay, so guys, I am splitting this screen in two sections. Okay, now you can see, now we will open welcome.js here, so you can clearly see now that we have app.js file and we have welcome component here. Okay, this is the welcome component, this one is the welcome component. Okay, we have exported because we have to import it here. Okay, now we have passed two attributes from app.js to this welcome component. Okay, name and color. Now we will access this attributes value from props dot color and props dot name. Okay, because we have passed name and color, that's why we are accessing using name and color. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please like, share and subscribe this channel so that more and more students can watch this video and learn React.